So, I know you guys like Miitopia. My most viewed video on this channel is about a crappy Miitopia iceberg. Don't worry, that will probably get an update soon. But, more people are thinking, hey, is this game actually worth it? Because there's a 3DS version right there for $10 less. What are the changes? Well, my friends, that's what we're going to be talking about today. Miitopia version differences. I'll also give my opinions at the end of the video. Which do I think is better? So, let's begin. First, no more Mii Central and no more Spot Pass. This time, you have access codes. Once you start sharing your Miis, you get an access code, giving anyone you share the code with access to your Miis. And all of them, except if you lock them, but yeah. So, what do I think of the new system? Is it good or is it bad? Well, I have mixed opinions on it. First, it's really hard to share now unless you post it to some online forum, but it is better in some ways than just looking up the Mii name, and it kind of sucks to do that because there are probably thousands of other people's Miis that are just named that, and it's kind of better than scanning a QR code because 3DS camera is very crappy. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, there's a new section in the title screen dedicated to just Miis. You can store up to 100 Miis in Miitopia, meaning, me funny guy, meaning you can store 200 Miis on your system. This kind of works like Tomodachi Life, where you bought the game, you still have storage for like a ton of Miis. But anyways, on to the next feature, the makeup feature. And you know what? This just blows the 3DS version's creativeness, the Mii Maker, out of the water, to be honest. It is so customizable. Do you know how many things you can place on your Mii's face? 100! That is just impressive. There's also the wigs feature. That's feature number 3, by the way, if you couldn't count. And to be honest, I don't like the wigs as much as the makeup feature. You can only have it on, but you don't have like the headgear. And it's not like shoved under your Mii's headgear, it's just completely removed. And they did kind of balance it out, where you can either have it on all the time or just in the end, and that works better in my opinion. And this isn't really a feature, by the way, but anyone can share Miis now, as long as they have the Miitopia demo, which is now no longer limited to like a couple tries. And you can still use pretty much anything in the Mii Maker. And hey, even if you don't like the Mii Maker, you still got a perfectly good game underneath. And I didn't even talk about the biggest thing they've been advertising with this. The horse! Around, about the 1/3 of the story, you find a horse. It follows you. Then you kill monsters. It follows you. Then it just keeps on following you. Then you get to keep it and name it. And it has its own customizability features as well. Not as great as the Mii features, obviously, but it works fine enough. You have to learn skills for it by sleeping it in its stable Honestly, I didn't really like grinding out in the stables because you lose out on the characters' interactions too. So that means it's harder, kinda. Miitopia is an easy game though, so I don't really mind this. And there's another type of ticket, the outing ticket. Every day when you boot up your Switch system, or every day when you boot up Miitopia specifically, you'll get a letter in the mail with an outing ticket. Most likely, anyway. What does an outing ticket do? Well, when there are two Miis in a room and you give them an outing ticket, it works similar to the vacation, where two Miis go on vacation, depending on the outing ticket. Actually, no, never mind. Depending on the outing ticket you choose, there will be a new event. I have mixed feelings about these editions. Miitopia is a pretty easy game, until you get to the final boss, obviously. But the game puts up no challenge whatsoever until the final boss. And the horse can do crazy damage. And if you're using the princess, they can completely restore your party. Sure, it's at the cost of all your SP. Oops, I meant MP. Sure, it's at the cost of all your MP. But that's still ridiculously overpowered. And the outing tickets, I like the events, they're pretty funny. But it makes grinding so easy. By, the end of Greenhorn, I was nearly 15 levels up with every single character. All because of the outing tickets. But anyways, let's move on to the last thing. And this is a bit of a spoiler warning. You can stop watching the video or skip to this timestamp to just skip this part, because it is a spoiler. Although this video is pretty much a spoiler for anyone who wanted to yeah. But anyways, spoiler regardless. Let's get on with the show. If you didn't know, at the end of the game, you get something called Galapagos. And along with that, you get something called New Lumos. And you can fight, these bosses. It's pretty cool. I liked it a lot, especially the music, too. But there's a new type of tower. I think it's called the Tower of Despair. To be fair, this was a bit of a spoiler for me too, because I had not gotten into this part yet. I haven't even beat the game actually, as of now. But, anyways, the Tower of Despair is basically not really a boss rush. Well, yeah, it's a boss rush. There's new enemies. It's overall more challenging than the Tower of Dread. And I'm not sure if you get an achievement for it, but it is there if you complete the game. And with that ends our video. And the video isn't over. I forgot to record this. I'm sorry. But anyways, which version do I think is better? I think there's the more value in the Switch version, but the Switch version is definitely a lot easier. But I think I'll go with the Switch version for now. I think I got everything that needed to be covered. There's probably a lot of more minor details that I missed, but I really wouldn't want to nitpick and just analyze every pixel of the screen. So I'm gonna end it here. If you guys liked this video, I don't know what to do. I'm probably not gonna do anything like this. but subscribe. Thank you, and good night.